No way, 11 months. It's been 11 months already since I handed my notice and said bye-bye to work for the final time. I've been making these videos for the first 12 months I've been retired, because when I first retired, I wasn't sure how well I was going to handle being retired after working over 44 plus years. So I thought I'd document them all, and today I'm out documenting month 11 and what I've done, what I've learned, and what I'm now thinking of. I brought the bear with me. I don't know where he is. Bear, come on. Here he comes. So we've come along today while we're out for a walk with Bear, and I thought I'd have a quick chat with you about how month 11 had begun and what I've learned, what experience I've gained, and you know, stuff really. Now what I try to do is bring you out to a different location every month, so it kind of gets things going a little bit different. I try not to do them sitting in my house unless I have to. You know, we've had some really horrible weather over the last few days, and I've recently come out today to do this video with you today and walk the bear. So I'll go through where we are in a few moments and why we're here. But we've got a bit of a walk before we get in to where we are properly. You'll see why in a minute. Right, we're just about in the heart of where I wanted to bring you today, and I've had to keep the bear on the lead. You'll see why in a little while, because there's lots of things happening around us today that I wish I was involved with, but because I've just come for a walk with the bear and talk to you, I haven't bought the piece of equipment that I could really do with. You never know, you might see a video on this in the future, because I'm just watching what's happening around me and thinking, I should have brought that piece of equipment with me. Anyway, you'll find out why the bear's still on the lead when I let you know where we are. Right, so let's crack on. Let's start with health. How we've been doing month 11. I think you remember in month 10 I was I'd been to the doctor and found myself with some high blood pressure, and was advised to take some tablets. Oh, I can't remember the name. I'll list them on the bottom here for you to have a look at. Anyway, called that because they didn't know why. They didn't know why I had high blood pressure, and I was going to go for the tests. So I was going to have that blood pressure test, a 24-hour monitor, and then also the heart stuff, just to double check. Oh, look at that. Scary. Just to, you find out why in a minute, just to have a look at, see how the heart was doing, and if I was still having high blood pressure overnight. So the first one we did was the blood pressure monitor. Got all wired up with that at the pharmacist. Spent 24 hours with it attached to my arm, inflating, deflating, and through night. Had a really rubbish night's sleep that night. And then we had the heart test. Now I didn't have to wear anything for 24 hours. I thought I was going to have to wear a monitor for 24 hours, but I didn't. They literally just plugged me in, top off, loads of little stickers all over me, and one on my ankle, press a button, took a picture of my heart monitor, and that was it. So I had those two, and then there was just a case of going back to the doctors to see what the results were. So I got myself checked into the doctors again. Really good at our doctors, because they found me an appointment which was quite good. It's pretty quick because of the results. I suppose they need to know what the next move's going to be. Let's go this way. And it seems that the blood pressure was high all night. Blood pressure, but it wasn't in the 150s, thank goodness. It's come down a little bit since then. You know, I'm not ruling out the tablets, they're sitting in the background at the moment, but most of the results were sort of in the mid to high 40s, and then the systolic, the second number, were in the high 90s. We had a couple in the 100s. I think I was at dog training one night and I couldn't stop. I couldn't stand still. It's quite funny because the nurse said to me, whenever this thing inflates, just stop, try to breathe nice and gentle, or sit down if you can, let it happen for about a minute or two, and then it'll all be over again. So I was in the middle of dog training and started feeling this thing pumping my arm up, and I was like, everybody sit. And I'm thinking, I wonder how long I can stand here, because I didn't tell anybody I had it on. And I'm standing there thinking, okay. And I thought, I'm gonna have to keep moving. So I said, okay, everybody, heel, away we go again. So it was quite funny actually. So yeah, so that was one of the high ones, because I was stood there going. Anyways, so apparently all good. Heart's really good. Heart's as strong as an ox apparently. There's no issues with the heartbeat. There was issues with the blood pressure. So then, because if you remember in the last video in month 10, I mentioned that my watch, my smartwatch, dead trendy, my smartwatch had picked up that I potentially had sleep apnea. That's the word, sleep apnea. So anyway, the watch said, we detected sleep apnea. I'd recorded myself sleeping and so on. So I went back to the doctor and said, look, it's picked up on potential sleep apnea. What should we do now? So now I've got to go back. I've got to go to hospital this time. And they're going to rig me up in this sleep clinic. I haven't got to sleep there. I don't think at this time anyway. I think they're just going to put a sleep monitor on me. And then I've got to go home. Sleep overnight, obviously. Take it in next day. And then they do the results. And then if the results aren't what they should be, then I'll get called in. And then I have to do an overnight in hospital, I think. So it's the case, you know, we're kind of running through lots of different things. I've been talking to people who are on the tablets, and thank you ever so much for everybody who is commenting on, you know, what you're on for blood pressures. Keep them coming. You know, I'm all ears. I don't mind anybody keep commenting of what's happening, and what are you doing to get your blood pressure down, and also the side effects, because that was the big one for me. I was concerned about the side effects. So, looks like I'll get to that sleep clinic, get the sleep thing done. I might even video what it is and how it works. You might be interested. I don't know. If you're not, you can fast forward that bit, and see how it goes from there. So yeah, I'll report back in the next video. I've just brought Bear out of the area that I'm going to tell you all about in a moment, so I can do a bit of off lead. Like she's off lead, does Bear. He's a good boy. So what's been happening in month 11? Snow. Flipping heck, we had loads of snow. We had at least 4 days. And 2 of them quite heavy snow, actually. Took some lovely pictures of where we were out, just down in the park area where I take the Bear, walking in the deep snow. It was lovely, to be honest. And what was really great from being a retired point of view is that I was out walking in the snow at whatever time I wanted to with the Bear. He was having a laugh, and he was eating the snow as much as possible. Eat anything, that dog will. And I wasn't sitting in a traffic jam. And to be honest, my wife had a couple of days off as well. They had some snow days from the school. Every day's a snow day. Because the school had to close down for I think it was 3 days, and then reopened on the Friday when my wife's off on a Friday. But my eldest daughter had to go in, Georgia had to go in. Yeah, it was just, then all of a sudden it sort of disappeared over the next couple of days. Temperatures warmed up, it all turned to slush. And it was virtually gone as quick as it came, to be honest. So yeah, snow, it was really nice to be able to get up and not be stressed out. Oh my god, I've got to go and clear the car, and am I going to make it in on time, and I've got accidents in the car, and you know, there were so many things that I didn't have to worry about this time. And I'm looking forward to that next winter as well, to be honest. Or even if it snows next, who knows? Come on, Andy, so where are we? Let's not stop stalling here. We're in Cannock Chase. Massive area, big wooded forest area in Staffordshire, near a little town called Rugeley. And I've actually come to a small portion of it, which is called Style Cop. Now this is where all the downhill racing happens. And the reason I brought you here is I've had a go of one of them races. Wow, what a day that was. That was, I think you saw in my last video, I didn't make that downhill bit. Every day's a school day, you live and learn, don't you? Didn't come off on this one, had a really good time.
Go on, Andy.
Go on, Dad.
I think I came sort of 5th or 6th for my age group, over 50s. Bugger that is, I tell you, when you ride around your push bike when you're a kid, and then you get into this, you know, you want to get out and do what you used to do when you were a kid, basically, when I was on BMXing in Blackpool and in Staffordshire. And I was talking about BMX in Blackpool. Hi, Andy. I know Andy P watches his videos, lives in Blackpool. I used to ride with him in Blackpool, and he picked up on the Blackpool video that I did. Month 9, I think that was. Anyway, hi, And. Yeah, keep biking, mate. So I thought, I've not been up here for ages. I was going to bring the bike, but I tell you, the weather's been so bad at the moment. And I've been seeing some of the lads riding around here now. You'll see how bad it's really, really muddy. And I was going to bring the bike along, and we'll do some laps with you on board. That I can do in the future if you want to see that. If you want to see me try break my neck on these mountain bikes still, then comment below. If you want to see it happen, I can make that happen. Made a start on some winter projects. You know, I said I was going to try and get some work done on the van. Made a start on the van, which hasn't gone too bad actually. I had the little parcel shelf above the drivers and passengers seats that I wanted to cover, make a little bit neater. do a little bit of insulation. Had to change some of the sun visor clips. I broke a sun visor clip, about £2 each I think they were. So I had to replace some of them. But radio, I can't seem to get the blooming radio working. The thing with VW Caddy vans is the radios are rubbish. The radio reception is really, really rubbish. Because apparently it's got the aerial in the wing mirror. So I went out and bought myself a DAB little aerial that you sort of route it through your bulkhead, up onto the windscreen, and then it's like a little aerial stuck on your windscreen. Still didn't work. So it took me hours to do that as well. Unfortunately, I've not made a start on the walking sticks or walking staffs yet. That's going to have to be a future video, I think, because I'm not 100% sure. Well, I haven't got a lot of time. Let's talk about time real quick. Flying. I think it's going quicker than when I was at work. Maybe I need to get a job to slow it down, because all the time that I thought I have, well, I have got. It's all mine, and I can do whatever I want with it. And I'm using it really quickly, and I can't get any back. You know, I've always said once it's gone, it's gone. So use your time wisely. Somebody was commenting on social media the other day about, you know, how much money I have left, how much money I've saved. Money. Didn't once talk about time. And I don't usually comment back on stuff, but I felt obliged to say, have you figured out or worked out how much time you've got left, rather than how much money you've got left? Because that's going to be a lot bigger than money. You know, you stop running out of money, go and get another job. Do a bit of work, don't spend as much. But time is spent no matter whether you're asleep or awake or whatever you're doing. You know, time is going to disappear, and once it's gone, it's gone. And there's no guarantee for tomorrow. So however you decide to use your time, whatever you've got left, use it wisely. I just choose to use mine like I'm using it now. They were quite good, weren't they? Anyway, should have brought me bike with me, I knew it. Dog training, what's happening with that? It's going really well. I'm still working the lady's dog. I've got the opportunity to work with a lady's dog who has broken her hips. I'm out with Wiz, he's turned into a really good dog now. You know, it's all progress with him, which is brilliant. Lots of positive stuff with him, giving him more exposure to things, because he's only a puppy, you know, he's not been out while she's been poorly. So I wanted to get him with loads more exposure to stuff. You know, even the stuff that I'm doing here, where I'm basically just asking him to step over things, jump over things, sit on things, sit in the middle of a hoop with shaky stuff in it. That when I introduced him to it, he was like bricking it. Didn't like it at all. So I'm so glad that it's coming really well. And I was able to bring my wife up as well with Bear. So we did some work because I wanted to expose him to more dogs, because he's only get exposed to the dog that he lives with, and that went really well as well. You know, we spent about an hour walking around with him. Getting out of breath actually walking up his bank. I can't tell you how steep this bank is. So we spent a lot of time, spent an hour with Bear, and closer and closer and closer and closer, and then brought Bear closer to him. And after sort of 45 minutes, he was very used to Bear being there and no issues. Because I think some people think that socialising a dog is nose to nose. Come on, meet this dog. I mean, it's like you walking up to a complete stranger and like nose to nose with a complete stranger, like, who the hell are you? You know, dogs make assessments of who's with them within split seconds of seeing each other. And socialising to me is getting the dogs to just pass each other. You know, at a distance. You don't need friends. The owner's the friend. All you need to be able to do is go, oh yeah, it's a dog, who cares? And walk on, that's it. You know, that's what you need to do. That's what you need your dog to do when you're out walking and you want a nice, peaceful walk, walking nice and steady. And I'm going to get to the top of this bank and then continue this because I'm running out of breath. That's better, flipping heck. I tell you what, the amount of times I've walked up that bank when I've been here riding in the past. God, it gets steeper and steeper. Anyways, I've been taking some time to catch up with some people. Desi B, you heard me mention a number of times on this channel. Ex-colleague from Alton Towers, and we had another Towers reunion, which was fantastic. I think we're just in the process of putting the third one together, or the first one for 2026. And that'll be good as well, because we get all the the expats and the people that still work there as well, Alton Towers. Met up with an ex-colleague of mine as well, a lady I used to work with, Sue. That was really good. Oh, that's a thought. I need to get in touch with Tom. Go to Tom's for a brew. And a catch-up, obviously. Future plans. We're still trying to work on that French trip. Or the France trip, not French. We're doing it in French, I don't speak French. Apart from the dog, making him sit. We're trying to work out whether we do the van trip to France. Load the dog in the back of me caddy, suitcases and all that kind of stuff. Jump on the Euro tunnel, and head off to France for half a dozen days. Went to the vets today to get the bear a sort of an annual checkup. Just over 300 quid just for the certificate for the health certificate that you have to take with your dog. But she did say, don't get it from here because we're dead expensive. She says she's given me a couple of other places where you can go. There's one near Portsmouth that a lot of people go to, but that means if we're going from Folkestone is it? If we're going from the Eurotunnel, Portsmouth's miles away from there, so you'd have to go all the way down to Portsmouth and then go cross country to get the Eurotunnel. I don't know whether it'd be worth it or not. I don't think we'd be saving money, we'd probably be spending as much because you're doing, you know, going all those miles when for saving maybe. Mind you, it's supposed to be a lot cheaper. I don't know. We're going to have to do a bit more research into that. But that's the idea. We're still going to looking at going to France. Or we might scrap it. I don't know. We might just end up going somewhere else on a plane. I'm trying to avoid that because I want to tick a box. I want to go and do the adventure in the van and head off somewhere different. So I'll keep you informed about what's going on with that as it happens, or as we plan it. I'm just in the midst of planning a video on what I've been doing over winter. Because a lot of people have been saying, oh, it's really struggle over winter, there's not a lot to do, and you know, I didn't know what to do, it was wet, it was cold, miserable, I should have been back at work. Sod that. So I'm going to stick a video together about what I've been doing over winter and how I've found it like it's gone too quick for me. But maybe it's because of my first winter or not, I don't know, maybe as winters go on, maybe they'll change. But for me, no issues whatsoever there, mate. And I'll drop that video as soon as it's ready. Also, I've had some requests of some viewers for videos. You know, they're saying, you didn't cover that, could you cover that in a video? Yeah, that's a good idea. Could you do whatever it is in a video? Can you do this? Can you do that? By all means, you know, stick it down in the comments below. Comment below. If you want, if there's a subject or you think that I haven't covered it in enough depth, or there's something I haven't done yet and you're going, I wouldn't mind seeing how he deals with that. I'll go out and get the experience and then show you, and then you can decide whether you want to do it or not. You know, I don't mind. Just stick the comments in below if you want me to create a video on a specific topic and I can do it. I'll do it for you and post it, no worries whatsoever. Just for you. Right, so we're back at the van. Had a lovely walk around Cannock Chase. I should be definitely coming back here next time, probably with a push bike. So you might get a ride around Cannock Chase next time, or if you're anywhere near Ruisley or up in Staffordshire, drop into Cannock Chase. There's also another area, the main building. It's got like a visitor centre there, massive car park. You have to pay for parking there. Where I'm parked here on Stylecup, you don't have to pay for parking. It's just a big open car park with loads of potholes and that we're really careful in a lowered van to get out of again. I can't believe I've only got 4 more weeks to go, and I've done my last month of my 12 months as a retired person. So thanks ever so much for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe, ding the bell for notifications, share it to all your friends and click the like, because it's a like that makes all the difference to the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching. Andy Whitehouse Lifestyle.